I'm on cloud nine.
Titillate the juices. You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Mock-ass mock.
He's a great podcaster.
Trick-ass mock.
Acknowledge me. We coming for you, nigga. Fat!
Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
You First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
That's right, Dr. Huge back again, a Tuesday night. Special guest with me as well. Jess, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
So we're just going by Jess, right?
Yes.
Okay. Where can we find you? Would you like people to follow you?
Sure. They can follow me on Twitter or X. I'm Jess_Sayin. And I will probably annoy you with Tama Tonga posts, but follow me.
Yep, I love those Tama Tonga posts. So it's safe to say you're his #1 fan, right?
Maybe the most annoying one. I don't know if I'm the #1 fan, but I'm definitely very vocal.
So more than the tribal chief himself, Roman Reigns, even?
Yeah, so Roman was my first big I mean, I got his belt, right? Like, got all this stuff, but as soon as Tama Tonga came into WWE, that was game over. So sorry, Roman.
Goodness. So is he going to be like your next boyfriend or husband or something? Is that what's going on here?
My husband's watching, so no.
Oh, it's about Tama Tonga? Oh,
No.
man. Hello, husband. My wife's watching as well, along with all my kids. Yeah. So we got a ton of to talk about tonight. You know, I'm going to get into the WWE stuff. We're going to talk about that AEW guy that he was locking people up in his basement and things. That's a crazy story.
Yeah.
Everybody was yelling at me. Maybe we'll start with that tonight. I don't even have a picture of the guy. Again, I don't want no beef with the you sickos, as they call them these days. What are your thoughts overall, just in wrestling wise, as far as WWE, AEW? What's your thing out here?
So I'm a big WWE. Am I allowed to curse on here, by the way?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
I am a WWE dick rider. I have said it. I have no qualms with AEW. I have qualms with Tony Khan. I think he's just a little too mouthy, or was. I think he's learned his lesson. But I have no problem with any wrestlers overall. Just I love WWE, and that's my favorite, and that's what I'm gonna watch. So.
Mm-hmm. In my opinion, and of course I have nothing to do with either side or like the tribalism, as far as I'm a grown ass man. I'm gonna be worried about like if people like what I like and stuff like that. But it really seems like the angst is coming from one side mainly, and it's the AEW side, and I think that's what turns a lot of people off. Oh no, she's going to out herself
about my tribalism.
Of course. Well, good. Trust me. I'm going to make sure. We'll see if you're a real Tama Tonga fan later too. I got a few. I'm going to give you a little Tama Tonga quiz.
Oh God!
Here.
Don't do that.
No, don't do it. You won't know. I mean, these are layups. You should be able to hit these layups.
That's like, when someone's like, "Hey, what's your favorite like type of music?" and your brain just goes blank, and it's like, "Who even am I?" That's gonna happen. Yeah. I'm gonna be like, "Who's what? I don't know."
Yeah, and everybody else is gonna scream out the answers because they're relaxing, they're not on screen, all the rest. Yeah, we get it, but I'm still gonna do it. You gotta do that. It'd be too much fun. But yeah, so this Donnie Birchfield Jr. He. Let me actually look at my notes for once instead of trying to memorize everything. He kept captives and was stealing their money, apparently. And the reason why I'm bringing this up and this guy up is he's a huge AEW fan. And he's been seen at shows taking pictures with Luchasaurus and Tony Khan. And, he's wearing the shirts and he's holding up magazines and pictures. He's a pro wrestling guy, mainly one of the sickos. So the story just made me, it's Halloween season. I see Leatherface every other day on my screen. So I got to bring this back up. And I look back into it because I'm like, what's going on with this? A month or so ago when the story broke, I was, disturbed like many other people, I'm sure. And I would just mention it. And I'm not, I'm pro-America guy, right? Innocent until proven guilty around here, folks. So this guy was doing this stuff allegedly at the time. He's been charged on all of it. And people out here are MFing me. Oh, what about Janelle Grant? What about as if I'm like, I can't. I really don't. She's a grown-ass woman. This is a completely, he was keeping people in his basement. Supposedly one of the people was like 70 pounds that they brought out of there. They're bringing dead bodies out. We're talking Jeffrey Dahmer type shit compared to Vince McMahon. I know Vince McMahon can be a little crazy and things with his sexual behaviors and stuff, but hey, that's come on, that's a whole nother thing. So yes, this man, he's got 2 counts of neglect of a vulnerable adult, 1st-degree sex crimes, 4 counts of false imprisonment, murder of a woman, yada yada yada. So take that, everybody. Look, you're yelling at me. I didn't even say anything about it. And yet, I still ended up being somewhat correct because I'm like, why wouldn't this be true? Imagine if somebody came to my house and they're saying, I'm doing this.
Yeah, I was kind of like, I didn't really understand what people were saying. Oh, like his family said something like it's just gossip. Like, who gossips about that?
Yeah, that's a pretty big story to be gossiping about. Oh yeah, he's just keeping a married couple and his like ex-girlfriend and
Yeah,
other
that's just
people.
normal gossip that the neighborhood makes up, right? Like,
Just what a wild story, this stuff. So you sickos out there, we're watching you. Okay, we're keeping tabs. This WWE shills over here. You like my light? New light. That was gifted to me. I didn't go out and buy it. All right. Trust me. This is the other thing that annoys me with all this, tribalism in WWE and the wrestling business and whatnot, is people come at me as if I am a shill, and I shit on WWE more than anything. But I mention AEW once, and it's just like, oh my goodness, how dare you? Get over it, people.
Little brother syndrome. So what's gonna happen?
All right. Who are your top guys and girls from AEW?
Oh,
If you had to choose.
I don't think I have
Mox?
No.
Yeah. Darby Allin?
Definitely no.
Um,
I don't even,
MJF?
No, I actually don't like him.
Oh, wow. You really are a WWE fan.
A lot of people shit on me soon.
No, that's fine. No, leave her alone, you creeps. All right? Or else.
I clearly
Tama
have a
Tonga.
type, okay? They don't fit the bill.
I know who it is. It's this fellow right here. I mean, look, he looks so debonair with that skunk.
God, yeah, he looked like Pepe Le Pew.
Yep. Shout out to you, Vinnie Mac. I mean, you pioneered all this. I kind of miss him after what TKO has done to my WWE, our WWE Vince. What they've done to it is just so disrespectful. But when did you get into wrestling first?
I was like 3 or 4. So I have an older brother. He's 6 years older than me. So I used to watch with him. Undertaker was my favorite, although Paul Bearer used to scare the crap out of me. So like I would cringe anytime that man was on TV. But yeah, so I watched all through the Attitude Era. Kind of fell off when I got to college because I had no way to watch it back in 2006, dating myself. And then I just like kept up with it on and off once I got out of college, mostly online. So I was on Reddit, unfortunately, getting all my news, but then that kind of broadened my horizons like outside of WWE, but I was not watching, but just kind of like keeping up with what was going on.
Yeah. And TKO making us miss Vince is their true crime. That's right, Chelsea. She gets it. Debonair skunk Pepe Le Pew here, yes. Yep. How about this? Here's some more things to upset me. I got to get upset to be funny. Where we go? Where is it? Look at this. Okay. The past few months, I've been dealing with CM Punk, my entire life, only 20 years young over here. So, the CM Punk he's been in my life forever. And lately, just really lately, I'm sick of him. I'm done with it. I feel like I have a good read on a lot of people just by watching them on a screen. And look at this. This is the story. He's getting tattoos with Rhea Ripley and Raquel out in Japan and all. I don't like any of this. He's jumping into her arms. I get it. You're being cutesy. You're like the uncle out there playing. I don't like this. I don't like CM Punk. And if they give the title back to him and not my boy LA Knight, and at least give him a chance, then that's going to drive me crazy. Right, Jey Uso? Why are you in the mix? Anyway, so what do you think about this CM Punk? Do you think he's hanging out at the, in Orlando a little too much? That's what I think.
I find that kind of stuff so funny because there's like a picture of him hanging out at the 49ers game that no one posted and talked about. So I find all of that so funny. How
about him being with, what was it before? She got excommunicated from WWE. What was her name? Cora Jade. That's who. You know, these people like end up being like deceased in my mind when they leave the company. Like they're gone for like a week or two. I'm like, who? Who is that? Oh, that's right. And then Roxanne Perez, and you know, Becky Lynch even brought it up in the ring one time. She was like, hey,
Yeah,
you know, your wife should be a little concerned. You're hanging out with all these NXT broads.
To be honest, he should be mad because they were AJ Lee fans, so they clearly, although I think Cora Jade was a CM Punk fan, but they were clearly trying to get to her through him. So, you know, he
Oh, that's what it was, right?
put his guard up.
I heard that CM Punk is going to be taking the HBK role in the future.
Yes. I have heard that too, which I thought that was kind of why I mean, obviously there was some other reasons why he got Collision, but I thought like that was kind of part of like the plan back in AEW before all the stuff happened. But yeah, so I thought that was kind of like his thing. I think it was the original plan for CM Punk back in the day when they kind of didn't expect him to make it in WWE. So I think he would do pretty well in that role. So
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he fits it the same way HBK does, except he has to block me too, right? My favorite wrestler, I get this picture over my shoulder, an autograph, another gift over here to the dog. Everybody loves giving me gifts. And yeah, I went to take a picture of it, show everybody online. Look, my favorite wrestler, I have his autograph, and it's going to be in the background now. And that's how I found out he blocked me. I couldn't believe it. I cried all night long.
What did you do?
I do a show. There's been times where I've done a show, I get offline and like 3 wrestlers block me. So they're looking, they're seeing. I know for a fact.
It's kayfabe.
Yep. Listen, I've been doing this a long time. I took a 5-year hiatus, because, all that weird business between the early 2000s. We won't speak of it anymore, right? We don't want to talk about that anymore, I guess. But, I took a break then, and ever since I come back, a lot of things have changed. And everybody's got a show now. I thought for certain you had a show. I mean, you had a perfect background right here. Look at this. Professional. You wouldn't believe there's people out there, they can't get their backgrounds right for like over a year, and they're actually doing it all the time. So shout out to you. Shout out to Jess again for this. I'm going to put you over huge. You're the first female to come on since, the return of the Dr. Huge show, which is about to go on a year this November. So get liking, get subscribe, and do it for Jess. Nobody does it for me, so do it for everybody else, please. And, we're going to be killing it going into the future because you're not scared. Have you ever seen this show before?
I've seen a few clips from it because you've been following me for a while. So we've been moots for quite some time. So yeah, but I never watched like in full.
Right. You better start. I'm telling you.
I have to now.
It's great. It's one of the best shows you'll ever see, ever hear, all the rest. I got characters all the time coming on, and normal wrestling fans as yourself. You strike me as you're not one of my whack packers. I'll put it that way. Plenty of those guys. This guy, I'm trying to get this guy still. We're working on it, folks. The GOAT, the Duke. More on that later. What's up, Coach? That's right. Good show every time I'm on the mic, bro. You know what the deal is. I'm putting myself over too, Jess. Don't mind me. Nobody else does it, so I have to do it myself. But we're getting there.
Promo.
Man, those subscribers, YouTube, man, it's almost like 2 to 3 a week now. Killing it. But yep. Anyway, she has me fooled.
What?
What's she fooling me about?
My husband over here talking shit.
Just like Matt Hardy, right? With Reba Hardy. Did you hear that story?
Which one?
Which one? The newest one where she was like really pissed at him because he went on one of the biggest one of them streamers.
Yep.
And didn't shout her out properly because she does Pokemon cards or something, which is cool. That's fine. I got my comics right here that I'm selling as well. But she didn't seem too happy about that at all. It almost made me feel like maybe it was a work, but Maybe
I
not.
don't feel like with her it ever is. So like sometimes I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, but then I think about all the past instances and I'm like,
Yeah. Would you
really?
like to cut a promo on Ian here?
Are you saying I'm a wacko? What the fuck?
I hope not. I bet you he's
I'm
not. He's talking
not.
about Reba, I'm sure. You know, we're on a little delay over here. Or
He's
they
mad
are.
because I talk too much about Tama Tonga. That is his
Oh,
problem.
I mean, come on. You know, he is super sexy. What are you gonna do? You know?
Came back with huge ass traps. Like, come on.
Yeah. And face paint. Yep. I got the face paint coming soon, possibly. I've been Papa Shango before on here. I'll do it again. I will do it again anyway. So, how about this for a story? I mean, I'm hitting you with some gory, hard-hitting stuff. I hope this isn't always what it's like. But Devon Dudley, have you heard that story recently? So he was on a podcast with Bubba Ray, forget who else, and he's basically calls out JR, saying he was like a real hardcore racist when he first showed up. Remember that, William? You talked about JR this weekend, didn't you? No, it was the other guy, the other old fella, Jerry the King Lawler. Yes. I found a beautiful co-host. What do you mean? The Sleaze and Danny Damage aren't beautiful co-hosts? They're going to be pissed. Reezy? Reezy's not beautiful? Okay. Hansy? Have you ever heard of Hansy before I go on?
No.
Yeah, Hansy. Famous whack packer from Howard Stern. Shout out to Hansy. We got to get him back on soon, but he's a handful. He can be a handful. That's all. That's all I'll say about it.
Hence the name.
Yeah. But what was I talking about? JR being racist to Devon Dudley, and Devon Dudley seems pretty, like a reasonable guy. Yeah. Been in the business for a long time. Said he never faced anything like this in ECW. It was when he first got in the WWE, and JR literally told him, like, I don't like your kind, basically, in so many words. And of course, he'd never said his name. He said the guy wearing a 10-gallon hat. He gave you a bunch of clues.
Got barbecue sauce.
Yeah. He always has mustard on his beard. That guy. We all know who that is, JR. So I just found that to be interesting, but also, am I really shocked by any of this?
He's from the South, like at his age, so not fully shocked, but like you want to think JR is a nice dude.
My sound is coming from my cam. Is it? Do I sound like shit over to you, Jess?
I do feel like the quality changed at some point.
Test. How about now?
Oh, that's very different. Yeah.
Like bad?
No, much better. Before you almost sounded like you're in like a fish tank.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah. Always point these things out.
Drowning you.
That's like one time I'm playing a clip for my two guests I had on screen, and they're acting like I did it, and I didn't. And I'm like, well, what's going on? Like, can somebody tell me what's happening? So your sound is not right. Not sure if sounds like it's coming from your cam. Yeah, we did it. We fixed it. Chelsea, I for one was shocked to find out the old white man from Oklahoma was right. I mean, JR, come on, brah. I mean, even back then, it's like, it wasn't much different back then. Believe it or not, I think people were at least less racist because they would hide it better, or not even, just wasn't, we weren't thinking about it all the time like that. You understand? Thank you. It is better. Yep. Best in the world. So, yep. Get well, JR. I don't know what else to say about that. And what's another story? AJ Styles from last night. So him and Dragon Lee win the championships from Finn Balor and the big-headed dude, McDonough, from NXT. That's done with finally. And now we got AJ Lee, right? Technically.
So. What I wanted them to name it, but I think AJ Styles already shot that down.
Yeah. AJ Styles, and I wanted him to start a hair metal band when Karrion Kross was there, because he was doing his hair the same way. Mm-hmm.
He does have phenomenal hair, like very silky.
Yeah. Vidal Sassoon, good hair, you know. So, and the big story from last night really is the Yeet Meister.
Yeet.
Hold on.
Yeet.
Come on, do it with me, Jess.
Yeet. 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 Yeet.
Yes. They love this. A couple more times.
Yeet. 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 Yeet.
That's right. You always got to come back and do it the second time, too. Waste all the air. You know, you got 2.5 hours of raw, half hour of eating. You know, then it becomes a 2-hour raw. Anyway, the Yeet Meister turned his back really on his brother. It was a battle royale, so we should be throwing everybody out. You know, Jimmy's the good guy now. Jay's the bad guy. Faces off with CM Punk, and WWE fans hate it. They're like, how dare you put Jey Uso back in the title picture once again over LA Knight, my boy over here. I know I'm wearing the Yeet shirt, but
yeah, I was like, I'm getting mixed signals here.
I bought this as a goof. Okay, I'm goofing around with this. I have a New Day show. Shut up, everybody. This clip is going on forever. We get it. You don't like it. Neither do I. So, yeah, 1 Yeet shirt, 2 LA Knight shirts, 2-1 yes to Yeets. And yeah, what do you think? Do you like this?
Yes, because I have beef with LA Knight because he kayfabe took Tama Tonga out for 6 months. So, fuck him.
Reasonable.
But fuck Jay also, because what has Big Jim done to you? Like, pissing me off every single night, yelling at him. Like, no. So, I was never a CM Punk fan. I've come around on him. I like Jay, but he's pissing me off. So I kind of just want someone to interrupt that whole thing and fuck it up, which I know would piss everybody off more. But
so Uncle Old School, he believes that he's very, very old, like 180 years old.
damn.
And he's been around, and he thinks that I think we're still calling him the Vision, even though Seth Rollins isn't there. So you know, them guys are going to come in. The Bronze are going to come in, mess it up. It's just, this all seems very pointless to me. You know, go ahead.
I will say, if LA Knight won and then goes to Saturday Night Main Event and then loses, wouldn't that just piss you off more though? Like, you know what I mean? Maybe there's another story for him after whatever, you know, happens here that's probably better. I just, you know, guy's taking a lot of losses. So I just feel like if there's some kind of other plan right now, making him win to make him lose would just be kind of shitty. So
yeah, it's just the way everything is now. I've never been a guy where I'm like, this guy should have the belt and that guy should. I just watch it. You know, I consume the product or what have you. But the way that went TKO is just turned me into everybody else, where I'm just like, I'll just watch the highlights. You know, there's like 50 hours of wrestling a week, and WWE wants me to pay for all this. Like, no, thank you. I'm already doing this show too, talking about it too on off time when it's not even on. Like, I'd have to be a knucklehead to be taking in this much stuff, because who can really do that? It's like, I really feel like we're going into that movie Idiocracy. There's football every day and there's wrestling every day. It's like, I like this stuff too, but do we need it all the time? You know, isn't it time to, can't anybody tell time or write in cursive anymore or anything?
So I had to pick one.
Yeah. Is Uncle Old School older than me? Are you 180 years old, William? If so,
seems like an odd question to ask.
he's pretty old. And not to mention the ticket prices, Chelsea. Good point. Those ticket prices. Oof. I heard
my ass still goes.
What's the last show you've been to?
I went to SummerSlam because it was right here in New Jersey where I live. So that was a no-brainer. But yeah, WrestleMania, I'm going next year. Obviously, I'm not going to go in 2027. But it's pretty pricey.
No, I think I got a ghost costume if you need one, if you do. Something like that.
Yeah,
might need a black one. Yeah. A lot of hot guys, though, I'm sure. Right? 181. Well, you win. Ding, ding, ding. You are the oldest person to watch the Dr. Huge show ever. Because Uncle Old School, he ain't even watching, so he doesn't care. He's busy.
Bedtime.
Yeah, he's busy watching chicks work out or something.
Master Roshi.
All right, so here's some. I'm gonna just show you some pictures and give me your thoughts on these wrestlers. We gotta understand how your wrestling brain works with all this. Here we go.
Oh, I love Asuka.
Asuka, everybody loves Asuka. You weren't stalking her at airports or anything, right?
No.
That'd be no yeet.
No.
Everybody stop stalking out there. There's too much of that going on, especially you in AEW, apparently. Anyway, more on that later. How about this? How about this lady?
I'm also a Rhea fan, so.
You love Rhea Ripley too? Okay.
Yes.
That's brutal. For sure.
I'm probably gonna like everyone.
So you hate everybody in AEW. You like everybody in WWE.
I told you I am like a secret tribalist,
Right.
basically.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this psychology wise. They call this podcast psychology. High ring IQ podcast psychology. How about this guy?
I love Braun Breaker.
He's very orange. So.
Yes, that's the one thing I do. Although he's toned it down, so
Yes.
either he found the right shade or he stopped. I'm not sure which.
Yep. He became orange for a few months, and Adam Cole became yellow.
Yeah.
And I think we already spoke on this guy already.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah. So that's just the kayfabe beef. I've met him. It's very nice, but like,
And
took my man out for 6 months. So
couple more. Oh, not him.
I do like Cody, surprisingly.
You like
Everyone
Cody
thinks that
too?
I don't. I will say I'm kind of like I'm a little over Cody right now. I need him to do something different, but I am a Cody fan. Very nice guy, great in the ring.
What do you think
Fighting in a
about,
suit was pretty dope, so I'll have to give him that.
what do you think about Dr. Huge, Cody Rhodes?
Go fuck yourself.
Okay. He still thinks that, I bet. He did block me at one time, and then he got signed to WWE and unblocked me. So good job.
Nice.
You're a bigger man than HBK. That's for sure. Chris Jericho's my favorite wrestler now. It can't be HBK anymore. Jericho only got me suspended off of Twitter for a day.
Oh, jeez.
All he did. It's just a joke. Anyway, this guy.
Oh, this is polarizing, so we're gonna leave that. The only thing I'll mention is we share the same birthday.
Wow.
And Sami Zayn. And Hurricane Helms.
And what?
Hurricane Helms and Sami Zayn and Brock and I all have the same birthday, so.
Oh, wow. It's a lot of wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yep. Anything you got to say, Brock, before we take you off screen? You're going to what? I'm coming for you, motherfucker! You don't like those answers, apparently. Yep. All right. Oh, one more, because I just love this picture.
Oh. I do like Damien. He grew on me. I didn't like him at first, but I'm a Damien fan.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I heard this story. The actual headline of the story was "Women in the WWE are scared of Brock Lesnar."
Oh yeah. I mean, it came from Meltzer, so.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
You gotta love Dave. He keeps a lot of us busy with his stuff. Eric Bischoff was just going off on him like right before I started the show. I do a quick scan if anything's like actually happening. And Bischoff is there writing like a Stephen King novel about how Dave Meltzer is the shits again. And I'm like, this is amazing. It's just never going to stop.
Yeah, no, that guy, it was, AEW pay-per-view weekend. So he had to like fed bad, like just nonstop. And I'm pretty sure that was one of the stories that was just in his like slop. Like the AI stuff. I was just like, okay, go take your meds, old man.
Damn. Bischoff, great friend of the show back in the day. You're really slacking, Bischoff. You used to give us those sweet, sweet super hearts too. Everybody's all super chat crazy these days. We're gonna get there someday. We'll get the super chats coming in. But I was there back when we had super hearts, people. Back when they would take 75% cut on Periscope. We were hot on there, and I would actually make a pretty good amount of super hearts on that platform. And then they got rid of it, and they just said, well, they technically didn't. They just go, well, it's now on X. And it's like, it's always been on Twitter, which is X now. Like, so they totally stuck it to me. So thanks, Twitter. Great platform. One of my favorites, Facebook, awful. Who else sucks? I mean, a lot of them suck these days. TikTok. TikTok banned me 7 times this year.
Damn. I don't even have a TikTok.
I try, and I got it recently when I brought back the show. I'm like, well, I should get a TikTok this time around, and they were like, no, you can't speak on here like that. You cannot be speaking freely. So I was like, okay, and I kept trying, and they kept slapping me down. They allow me to be on there. I just can't go live. They took away my little check mark because I got a check mark right at the beginning. Superstar over here, And nope, they took all of it away. Yep. Everybody feel bad. All right, here comes your Tama Tonga quiz.
Oh God.
Get ready. All right, question number 1. No cheating.
I'm scared.
How old is Tama Tonga?
43.
You did it. 1 down. Now, if you
just turned 43.
If you get this next question, you pretty much you win already. Your prize. I'll send you some Hulk Hogan dolls. And here's the next question. Who is Tama Tonga's daddy?
Haku.
There you go. Haku. Great friend and fan of the show as well. Went out to dinner with him. The Calhoun, if anybody knows anything about pro wrestling and you're from Massachusetts, where I'm from, Calhoun, that's where all the wrestlers go. The owner of the place, huge Chinese restaurant. Like they have shows there. They have comedy shows. And when you first walk in, the owner is a huge mark. And there's just autographs of every wrestler probably ever. They always show up after shows. That's where they're going to be. So if you're in the Boston area, go to Calhoun. I'm going to be there probably soon. I know Mick Foley's going to be there again, who I also met. Great friend and fan of the show. I know everybody. I got DDP in my phone. Did you know this? Did you know how famous Dr. Huge was?
No, it's pretty impressive. Look at that.
See, thank you. This is what I do. When I go out on town, everybody, and I go on all my fancy dates, 5-star restaurants and things, this is exactly the pitch I give. All right. And they're always impressed. Always. They're like, Haku. I'm like, he put me in a headlock while I was choking on chicken wings. Yes, I did. 100% fact. I've had dinner with Haku. I've had dinner with Meng. Oh, wait, that's the same guy.
I was like, nice try.
I had dinner with the player, Teddy Long, the Godfather, who I call Charlie because we're tight like that.
That's how close you are.
That's right. Me and Charlie. And he was looking for the ganja. I'm like, not tonight, bro. I didn't know. And he's like, that's all right. And then he punched me in the head. I think that's how it worked. I can't remember, But anyway. So let's do the last question. I mean, you already won. This is just overkill. This is just showing off at this point. So what faction did Tama Tonga belong to in New Japan Wrestling?
Bullet Club.
3 for 3, and you were worried about that quiz. Killing.
I was waiting for some nonsense, I have to put every match under a microscope and say when he did the gun stun at what time.
We don't do that on this show, okay? We're not analyzing wrestling matches anymore. We would do that sometimes. Oh, maybe they should have done this. That's so 2016, folks. All right. So 2000 late. So yeah, I like to talk about the interesting things. That's what we do over here. Like and subscribe. I'm not going to get into, there's too much of it. There's too many wrestlers. Can we agree on this? We could literally cut half the roster off at WWE, AEW, everywhere, we would still have an excess of wrestlers.
Yeah, actually, I feel bad because I kind of didn't want them to sign it like anybody new at this point. And then like Rusev came back, and I'm just like over him so hard. I feel bad every time he's on TV. I'm like, okay, bye. Like, there's too many wrestlers and they're not getting used. Put someone else on TV.
Yeah, the last I remember of him, and I haven't been keeping up the past month or so. I really just shut it down. I'm like, after the ESPN Plus thing where they're like $30 more, I was like, it's just the principle. So I got rid of Peacock, getting rid of Netflix. I don't need to. I can watch the highlights like everybody else, or get a VPN or whatever. And also, if I did get a VPN, I'm still not watching these PLEs because it's too much. It is too much. Cut it, and then they give you 4 or 5 matches, and then it turns out to be a glorified Raw. Sucks.
It's the shits.
Exactly, Bret Hart. I heard this story. I don't even know if it's true. This Sasha Banks out here, I'm kind of upset with her lately too. She will always be Sasha Banks. Don't ever correct me in the chat. Just make sure. I don't care what her name is. She's Sasha Banks, and that's how I know her from the classic matches with Bayley and NXT, all that stuff. That's classic Sasha Banks. This is not, where she has 12 belts. You got 12 belts now. You think you're better than Bret Hart? I don't even care if you're goofing around. It's not fun. It's not funny.
I saw that like right before I joined, and I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hope that she's kayfabing, but like, come on now.
She is, but she's trying to piss people off with the 12, with everything. It's a lot of this. The reason why I don't like AEW so much, even as bad as TK, I don't even call it WWE anymore. This is TKO. And this TKO stuff, it's repetitive, but I know what to expect. The other stuff isn't repetitive. It's just blah. Timeless Tony Storm, like, it seems interesting for a week or two, and then it gets very, very old very quickly. The Mox stuff, where he's all Moxley the 13th and chaining people up, and all like, that's kind of old. Like, we're expecting you to slash yourself to bits and jump on tacks and everything else now. And if you don't do it, it's kind of like, well, what else you got? And then MJF, of course, he's just, obnoxious. And that's it. That's AEW for you. And then Hangman Page. You're not into Hangman Page either?
No.
No, not brown enough for you? He's just, I heard him cut one of the greatest promos all time in Mexico in Spanish too, not that long ago. Like, I'm not shitting on AEW. I want to like this stuff, but every time I turn your show on, Orange Cassidy is there, or Kenny Omega's there doing the Macarena, and I hate that.
It's the shits. So
that's my hot take on AEW. Don't lock me up in the basement, please. Okay. Just my honest opinion. Yeah. You don't get Moxley either, and you're 181 years old. That's for us guys. We're supposed to like that stuff. We're supposed to go, oh, wow, or wowzers when Brock Lesnar shows up, not when AJ Lee shows up, That's also, that made me just, I'm like, I get it. You guys like AJ Lee and everything, but that was a period I wasn't watching as much. That whole, after the whole John Cena era, ruthless aggression business, I seen where it was going. And it went into AJ Lee and more divas and this and that. And I get it. It's nostalgic and everything. But for me, it's just, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm out here. I'm going to get excited for AJ Lee and CM Punk to go take on 2 people with belts at the time, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch. I knew they were going to lose. Everybody knew they were going to lose. Because why would you have the belts and then beat a super over couple? So, yep. And you dislike Kenny Omega's jazz hands, William. Well, you're more of a blues guy, so I'm sure if he was into the blues stuff, then You know, he'd be better. I seen this clip of the Sleaze sent it earlier. Kenny Omega dressing up like a cartoon character, and I'm just sitting there punching my hand. You know, I can't stand. You know, I'm a very genuine, authentic person. I think a lot of us are in the East Coast. So when I see this stuff, and I gotta like, that's just how nerdy can you get? And I get it. I'm pretty nerdy over here too. But you see me, come on, bro. Macarena in the middle of the ring with masked men, and you know, did you know he was in the movie called, what was it called? Short film, Sissy Boy Slap Fight. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, Kenny Omega was a star in Sissy Boy Slap Party or something like that. And just go watch it for yourselves. I don't need to say anything more about this. Just the name, I think, says it all.
I think I'll pass. But
Yeah. Which is fine. If you want to do and be any type of way you want to be, do whatever you want, folks. You know what I mean? But can you stay out of my wrestling and my NFL and all the rest and your dancing and all this Orange Cassidy too? Don't get me going. Yeah, AEW really pisses me off sometimes. I'm just like, how is this guy in the main event all the time? Anyway, again, more on that later. What's your take on tattoos? Do you love tattoos?
I have I have some. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like, oh my god, you have to have them. But I find them cool, like artistic.
It's made me think of it because this week I'm noticing all these wrestlers been getting tatted up. What we got, of course, Mommy, just more and more every week, and then Stephanie Vacker, that big hideous skull.
I like it.
I don't. You know, I'm not a tattoo guy anyway, but then when it's going to be like big, you know, and I get it. Other people, I understand what it is. It's astrological and all this, but man, is it ugly. Like what like, I think about it is, you know, if you're going to put like faces and things on there, like, what are you going to do when you're like sleeping with people and doing like, and then you're the guy and you're looking at all these faces, or even a girl, but I don't know. The girls seem to like tattoos on guys, but you know, there's two guys this week. Dragunov comes back. Hideous.
And then Dom's got the
and then Dom, yeah. Oh my goodness, you guys cut it out. Like it's just too much. Dom is going all out ever since he got into wrestling. It's just.
Well, I mean, once you kind of lock down that kind of career, I guess you can, right? You don't have to worry about you know, a business not appreciating tattoos. So
Yeah, I guess. You know, but I'm saying, to me, if you're not a rock star in the military or in the Yakuza or some shit, then you know, it's weird. I mean, a couple tattoos, whatever, this and that, that's fine. When you're like arms, legs, Zelina Vega, her whole legs are done. It's a lot. But hey, some people like it. It's just not my cup of tea. So don't get another tattoo, Rhea Ripley, or I'll stop liking you. Yep. That neck tattoo is horrendous, William. And it is. Both. Dom's.
I liked Elia's. Dom's, I feel like it's not finished. I don't know. It just seems not finished to me. So I don't know if there's more coming. Obviously, that's a tough area to tattoo in like one session. But I liked Elia's because it's kind of like, you know, it's a dragon. It's a mad dragon. I think it fits.
And then you
But
got
also
Priest
came back beefy.
Remember Priest's big back tattoo?
Oh yeah.
That always reminded me of like Lesnar's. You know, that's, man, it's a lot. But then again, I don't know. Brock Lesnar would still look cool to me without the tattoos. But
Yeah, I don't really like his tattoos. I don't want him to come find me, so I don't want to say that. But I always thought they were kind of like meh, you know? I don't know.
Don't worry, he's probably busy F5ing deers in the woods and stuff going off. Where are you, Brock Lesnar? Let's get these right. There he is. There goes another deer getting suplexed. And, all right, we got to do this correctly. Do you remember Mo from Men on a Mission?
Very vaguely, and I did see the news. So
Yep, Mo and Mabel. So Mabel is Viscera, eventually became Viscera. Big Daddy V, great gimmick, humping all the wrestlers. Always popped me. But yep, Mo is the littler fella. And the story goes with this, supposedly, is that he asked WWE if they could help him with his surgery. I guess he had like some cancerous kidney, and they were like, nah. And I guess it turned out to be like $30,000, but they have a policy where they don't get into, those situations if it's not, their drugs and rehab stuff. So people are upset with that. Some people, it is what it is. What are you going to do? But it is still sad that Mo, Men on a Mission, I loved him back in the day. That was around the goofy time of wrestling with Doink the Clown and all that.
yes.
Rest in peace.
That's right. We do it properly around here. Maybe a 5 Hagrum salute to Mo. I believe that was 5. I don't know how to count yet. We all loved Mo William. Yep. In other news, have you ever heard of Just Incredible? Ever watch any ECW?
A little bit back in the day, not as much, but I do know him. Yes.
So he scammed a couple of my friends, and we talked about that in the past. One of them, a big timer, owns a shop and all this, paid him to come in and sign autographs, never no showed it. And then one of our friends that comes on regularly, Reezy, came on and gave us a story about how he tried to get him on for a podcast and he kind of screwed him over with that. And yeah, don't be paying these people. That's what I do. Jess, how much you making tonight?
$0.
Exactly. That's how this podcast game should work for everybody out here. If you're looking for money, I tried to get him on years back, and he sent me a message and goes, all right, just send me $20 and I'll see you then. And I went,
$20.
he's going to take $20 from me, and then he's not going to show up. So I said, no, thanks. I'll go buy Burger King or something instead. So, yeah, just, you got to beware, folks. I know a lot of people actually come, there are a lot of newcomers to this podcasting business and all this lately, and they'll, please, I need anybody. Here's $100. Here's, $200. Come on my show, do something with me. And yeah, they're just going to take your money and then not show up. And it's like some of these people are like indie wrestlers that throw themselves off a building for a hot dog.
Yeah.
And then they can't sit down and talk to you for like a half hour, an hour. Come on.
Because they have the power in that situation, but like for their show, right? Like they have no power. They're just trying to get noticed. So
you're going to get showcased too on a show that's going to be around probably. I just don't understand these people. But Just Incredible, anyway, supposedly is cleaned his life up. Been clean since last December, and is getting a new job next month. So shout out to you. Maybe we'll get you on. Huh?
Did he say he was working at Chili's?
Yeah. Hey, job. It's better than scamming wrestling fans.
I think there was some hesitation about that because he said in a few months that he would be working there, and not normally how their hiring process goes. So little back and forth that I saw around that, but
can we really trust
exactly
these types? So yeah, Just Incredible will ask for $20 to be on a podcast. That's really lame. Yeah, well, in some cases I understand. I remember somebody else asked for money for time, like I'll give you 15 minutes for this and a half hour for this and that. It was Lexus King before he was even at AEW.
Oh,
and that makes sense to me though. He's like working at plate. He needs money to eat. Yeah, so that's fine. But when you're older than me and I'm looking to help you to promote your shit, why would I pay for that? I don't know. It makes sense to me. But William says, well, hoping, praying for Justin in that case. Exactly. We all are, of course. Get well, JR, get well. Just incredible. I think JR was going to, now, because of my well wishes, he's going to wake up tomorrow and not be racist. Because I fix racism all the time. If everybody doesn't know, multicultural over here, I'm pretty much everything on the planet. So I can say whatever I want, folks. Whatever I want. And I hate both political parties. So I can say whatever I want. Right? Like if you hate whatever side you hate Trump, you don't hate him. That's cool with me. Cool. What religion do you like? I like them all too. Whatever you guys like, Dr. Huge, I like that too. Okay. That's how we do it over here. So we talked about this. We talked about that. Anything you want to bring up specifically?
I don't think so.
All
I
right.
think what's been going on in the wrestling world. A lot of injuries.
That's true. Yeah, I do have that down here. We got Seth Rollins, of course, tore the shoulder off. I think by doing that move, the coast
to coast. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. Like I was watching it, and as soon as he started to climb the rope, and Cody's like all the way on the other side, I was like, what the fuck is this man doing? Because hello. And then he just went like face first into him, which is also not what I was expecting. And I saw his arm immediately. I called it out to my husband. I'm like, he hurt his arm. I was like, he's like, you can't fake that. Like that is very clear. Like something's wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Dumb.
so, again, get well, Seth Rollins. Get well. Who else here? It's
potentially Sol Ruka.
Oh, that's right. Tonight.
Yeah.
Sol Ruka is my Tama Tonga. Let's put it that way.
I love her. She's great.
She is great. Let me tell you. Yeah, except for that stuff in the face. She just take that shit off your face. You know,
like little sparkles.
I hate that stuff. It reminds me of strip. It's like a stripper, with like the glitter on the face. You don't need all that. If you're pretty, why would you put more stuff on your face?
It's fun.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun. All right. Well, if it's fun. You know what'd be fun? Putting a tiger on your face or an ice cream cone like Gucci Mane. That's fun too. I heard he has he's schizophrenic today.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not it's not too shocking to me when you got an ice cream cone on your face. But hey, it's got some good tunes. Well, you probably know about him. I know you're more of a blues guy again, but hey, he's a brother in your hood. And yes, coach, this Sol Ruka injury is like, must have hit you just like the Tama injury.
Yeah.
Just let me know who did it, Saul, and I'll be right down there.
I think she did it to herself.
What?
She did, I think she was doing the Soul Snatcher to the outside, and she landed kind of awkwardly. And then I think everyone had to help her. Like, so Charlotte and Alexa were like helping her get to the back after the match. So I was like, oh, that didn't look good. But, we hope that she's better. And then there's been some cryptic posts about an announcement. So everyone's on suicide watch right now, I think.
Yeah, she's got 2 belts. So, that's a major blow. And then you just lost your main champion. I think that they're basically taking Sol Ruka and they're giving her the Tiffy business. She's to the moon.
Yeah, I was wondering if maybe it was just kind of like a work where they're going to have her let go of the belt so that she can go to SmackDown.
That would be nice.
That would be the best outcome here. So that's what I'm going to pretend is happening, whether it happens or not.
They're not that smart, though. They should be, but they're not. I just don't believe it. Remember the AI bit? Like they were using AI. No, they're not. Like it doesn't even matter. Like they're just doing the same thing over and over. So, I'm going to believe most injuries that they say are injuries. The only one that actually turned out to be fake was Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
And we kind of already knew that too. It's like the cat's out of the bag with all this. I tried to watch Raw last night and I'm watching the opening. And as soon as Paul Heyman gets on the mic and is like, brings up Unreal again, and then goes into, I'm a heel and this and that, and blah, blah. I just went, footballs on. Like, well, why would I waste my time with this horse shit if you don't even appreciate it enough? I'm suspending my disbelief to watch this. I'm listening. you know, I get it. People aren't really focused and things like that these days. A bunch of mutton heads. But, you know, I actually have a brain in my head and I'm consuming it. And then you go, oh, yeah, this is all horse shit. You're booing us because we're bad guys. And I said, see you later. I'm out of here. That stuff doesn't bother you, huh?
No, I'm a dick writer. Like I said, I like the product. You know, I like, yeah, it's not, I mean, first of all, I need people to finally acknowledge why maybe it was so good a couple years ago. But I do acknowledge that, like, you know, some things have not been as great, right? The story writing's kind of been all over, but I also see that there's been injuries, things that have kind of like fucked up their plans. And for somebody who does like long-term booking, right? Like once you have something go wrong, pivoting is not always the easiest, but I don't know. I'm somebody who goes in with zero expectations. So, you know, like I want to watch it. I want to be entertained. If I'm entertained, great. If I'm not, all right, like when's Friday? Like that's kind of how I take it.
I feel you. And here's another story. I hope this happens because this makes all the sense in the world. They kind of teased it. Omos wrote a tweet saying that he'll give his services to Becky Lynch if she needs, you know, some people beat up by the name of Braun and Bronson.
Yes.
So that would be cool because Omos needs to come back. Again, there's so many wrestlers. Like, where's your giant? You don't even have space for a giant on your roster?
Yeah, they've been doing some weird stuff with him. My friend went to the NXT show that was in Michigan. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. And he was there with Obafemi and having a match, and everyone's going nuts. So I'm assuming they were kind of like play testing. But like, I get he's a tough guy to book consistently, but like, there's some room for him, especially it's been like 2 years.
Yeah. And I just have him beat up 3/4 of your roster. And then anybody that's over that, really, you know, in the main wrestling, you know, belt picture and all this, or and a little under that, everybody else gets squashed and beat up and made to, you know, because he's so massive.
Yeah.
And I'm just used to having the Big Show or even Braun Strowman around or something. And then they just give us like Motor City Machine Guns, you know, more of them, more of those people. I can't say YouTube terms of service. Sorry. You know what I mean. Anyway. So here's another brother here, Javon Evans. He's talking like he's going to be getting called up soon. Again, how? Like, there's too many people here.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't use Carmelo Hayes, how are you going to use Javon?
Yeah, like Carmelo Hayes barely gets on TV, but Javon Evans is going to get moved up. And he actually believes that he's not ready, which you never hear that out of these people.
Yeah, and I would say I would agree with him. You know, his wrestling's good, right? But he obviously can learn a lot more. And then his promos, not bad, right? Like, obviously he's just a very natural speaker, but like, you know, it's a little rough around the edges. So I think he could use some more time. Let him cook a little bit. Use some people that already exist on main roster.
Yeah. Yeah, his promos they're not bad, they're not good either. You know, but I'm sure 14-year-olds understand what he's saying. But not me. And then I hear Gunther maybe making a return soon to SmackDown shows. You don't like Gunther?
I kind of got over him a little bit. Like, he got very repetitive. I feel like when he was with Imperium, it was a little bit more enticing because, like, you know, okay, he's like the leader. I will say his promos against Goldberg were fantastic. Like, he brought me back a little bit, but I felt like he just got very repetitive with like I'm the best, like the ring is sacred. Okay, what else? But like, give me something more. And I like Jey Uso, so you know, it's a lot for me to say that.
Yeah. He's my kind of wrestler just because I know what to expect with him. He doesn't have to be flashy, even though his allure is cooled off because I'm used to him really whacking these guys. And now that he's been called up for a while, he's been doing the thing, he's definitely been chilling on that and not like trying to take it easy on his fellow wrestler. No. You slap the shit out of him. We're not paying for you to, put him in holds Randy Orton style forever. So that's my only gripe with him, and that he loses too much. You know, he lost to Cody Rhodes. He lost to Sami Zayn. That's just crazy in my book. And who else? Jey Uso. You lost to Jey Uso. Shit, man. So, yep, Chelsea, the main roster is too bloated. I think absolutely anyone moving up from NXT would get lost in the shuffle right now. Absolutely. Male or female. I mean, they got the women going back to NXT a lot lately. You know, Charlotte and Alexa, Natty. I mean, Natty's like, you know, she's the auntie now. They're pushing her right out of there. She's been on, but she's still going pretty strong. NWA, Bloodsport she was doing. So I think it's cool that they have enough people to like spread out that way, send them to GCW and things like that. Shout out to HVAC North. Famous chatter on the YouTubes. Very famous. Can't wait. I can't wait to get monetized. I expect 50 memberships, HVAC, for all this. Thank you. Just kidding. I don't expect anything from anybody because I don't want to get disappointed. I expect nothing. I don't even expect people to show up on my show, Jess. Can you believe that? So I could have like 5 people set up to come on, but I'm so, you know, I'm a wily old vet. I know that people can just be like, I'm not doing it right now for whatever reason. So I'm like, I just prepare as if I'm going solo every show. Professional expert analyst. Thank you. Anything else here? Would you like to look at some mentally ill fat guys? I mean, we could do that. That was kind of funny. Yeah, let's do that. So have you ever heard of Boogie 2196, whatever his name is?
Yes.
Well, I seen this video the other day. I'm not like hip to, I know Wings of Redemption. Was he the look here, listen guy, right?
Yes.
I love that still gets me to this day. Look here, look, listen. And they're so big. It's like stop eating for a while. I get it. You know, everybody's got problems and got their certain things that they're into. But man, like it's just they're crazy looking. You know, so it's like, first of all, get that situated. But I didn't realize how like mental they were.
Oh yeah.
Like, I kind of looked into it last night. I'm like, these guys they're really crazy. So hold on, let me bring this up. I think I have Bishop's tweets. Let's look at this first since it's here. So I think I liked them all in the wrong way. I do everything the wrong way around here.
It's the shits.
Yep. No, I want this.
What the fuck did I do wrong?
Yeah. What did I do wrong? All right. So what is Bishop saying? Is this which one's the first one? Anyway, he wrote a lot, and let's turn it next. Let's go watch these crazy people. Yep. I'm trying to get more. This has never been like a clip show, but people like watching clips, so let's do it. We're gonna do
easy to make into shorts too for YouTube.
Yeah. All right, here we go. So here's Boogie 2269, whatever his name is, coming up. Boom. And all right, start it off. Here you go. Tell me if you can hear this.
I'm not destroying.
I didn't say you had to
yeah, all right.
Destroy any of your property.
I swear to God, if I need an axe, you won't like it. Let me go get my fucking axe.
So they asked him for an axe, and now he's going to get his axe. That triggered him. That did something. I guess.
I have to say, Boogie, I have followed him for a while. For his downfall, I was never a fan. But back in 2019, he started kind of going downhill from the lovable guy of YouTube to a narcissistic loser. So I love me a little bit of Sean.
So you really do know. He doesn't know the Jess. I don't.
Yeah.
Floor with
was potentially part of his downfall. So I was part of a subreddit that was like cataloging things that he was doing, like contradictions to stuff that he would say.
So I just want to point this out. You didn't ask me to do any of this. This is completely random. This was just something I found. I'm like, this is funny. Like we could laugh at this, you know.
I heard my husband laughing his ass off as soon as you brought up Boogie.
And I know of Keemstar. Like I know the name and all this. Listen, man. Again, I'm a mover and shaker out here. I don't have time to. If I'm watching goofballs, it's usually the old goofballs like MLC, Stuttering John, stuff like that. The Dabbleverse, which I'm more on that Thursday night with Dave Sarah. But yes, Keemstar has him on a tight leash these days.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Like the last real thing that Boogie ever did was when he pulled the gun out on Frank Castle. But like a lot of this is just like staged because they think it's going to get them money.
That's what I was figuring. You know,
Yeah.
I love this kind of stuff because I don't mind works and things, but yeah, it felt like that. But why would he damage so much of his stuff if it was a work? It's just they
'Cause he
really
gets
going
money
for
from
it?
Keemstar. Like this guy, you know, he basically like ruined his whole life and his fortune, whatever he was trying to get from YouTube, because he was a top YouTuber for a while. Then he went through a divorce, and that's kind of like where the mask came off. Never good at finances, so like he kind of went through his money real quick.
Mhm.
So basically everything he's doing is just like for money. So he knows that if he acts like an ass, like they're gonna get views. That's how they're gonna get money.
There we go. I wanted to just move that. It took me a minute. Yeah, I understand, but it's just, man, just first of all, take care of yourself a little
yeah.
better. Like
He's got no shame. He don't care. He's dating like a 20-year-old, you know, like
I did see a documentary. Now it's all popping back in my mind.
Yes.
Like a redhead, skinny olive oil type.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. So this guy, he's gonna. Well, let's just watch him. Let's see what he does next. He was asked for the axe. He was axed for the axe.
Axe for an axe.
Yep. And here he goes.
Get the eggs.
And Bunny is.
Dare me. Tell me to use it.
Just
I would, if I was the host, I would go, I dare you.
Yeah.
How about that? Like, I dare you. How is that against the law? It wouldn't be against the law, YouTube's terms of service. But, you know, he's asking me to do something. I would appease that. So, all right, let's see.
You won't like how I do.
Just go.
No.
Just go
Tell
put
me.
it.
Tell me. Tell me. You won't like how I do.
Boogie, calm down. I was just making sure it was on
Tell
hand.
me to use it. Tell me to use it.
All right, let's get it going.
Come on.
Go back to the computer room, bro. Go back to the fucking computer room.
No, hold on. We're gonna use my axe. We're gonna use my axe for $2,000.
No,
Don't break the
Boogie.
TV. Don't break the TV, buddy.
Jesus Christ.
This is, I don't care if this is a work. You know, this is what I'm here for, folks. All right.
That's what got me Boogie appreciation today. It's
Boogie, don't do it, Boogie.
$2,000. What about $2,000?
Calm down, bro.
Was he screaming about $2,000? Is that what they're gonna pay him to freak out or something?
I think he's trying to claim the TV was $2,000.
Oh, right.
I don't know if he's seen TV prices lately, but I don't think any TV is $2,000 anymore.
And Ian says, let me fix the screen a little better. His house is also full of bullshit knickknacks. I'm sure he needs to make space. Yeah, I wouldn't know nothing about that.
No one made you break. Did that on your own.
$100. You could go get replacement for.
That's true.
The X was literally there because you said that no one could make you crash out today. So I just asked you to grab it, just to grab it.
Oh God, here we go.
Boogie, you fucking us up.
Jesus Christ.
I'm surprised he went after that.
I have to win Kingstar back. You dumb. This is what it's like. I need my axe to do it. I have the axe.
Stop right now.
My goodness. All right, I think we've seen enough, but it goes on and on, and to the point where I believe at the end the Popo shows up. So let's see the aftermath.
To apply for or
No,
renew
we don't
your
want
passport.
you. All right, we'll let it play out.
Good old YouTube.
I know. And you know, everybody's like, "Oh, why don't you just get the thing?" I'm like, "Cuz I grew up when YouTube was free. I grew up when everything was free, and I'm not paying for everything. You know, I don't want to pay for water. I don't want to pay for coffee. I don't want to pay for YouTube. That's how I roll over here. I'll pay for action figures. Not dolls, action figures."
Here.
And there's the cops. He's got to explain.
Yeah, but if you guys want to get her number, you can call her at any time, you know, make sure she's safe.
I'll be your friend. Or it says right, but sorry, I'll be your friend.
All right, we've seen enough. The cops are there, calming him down. He finally talks to his people back on the stream, and all is right in the world. And I'm sure he made all the money, got all the clout from it. You silly little clout chasers.
Yep.
And Ian says, "Hubby, I'm gonna call you Hubby. I'm not gonna call you Ian. Hubby. I wouldn't be shocked if Boogie was dumb enough to think he could claim that through insurance."
He probably wrote it off in his taxes because it's part of a show.
He does that type of thing?
Yes, he's admitted to tax fraud, like out in public.
Wow. That's some crazy cabbie shit from the Howard Stern days. He did the same type of thing. He goes on the biggest show in the world at the time and is like, "Yeah, I ain't paying my taxes. Why would I do that?" And then next thing you know, he's in prison. But my goodness, Boogie, get well. Everybody get well. All right. Darby Allin, especially you. I seen you getting tossed around this week. You know, almost drowned by Moxley the 13th. Do I have
But
my
then
mom?
won the match to like a submission.
Check this out. This is live from Sleaze TV. Here comes Jason. I mean, Moxley. He's out there, folks. Still, never dies. If you noticed, that was a while back, and he's still.
Yeah.
Yep. There he is. Moxley. When we got this whole idea because we saw a promo picture, you know, for a PLE, and he looked like Jason Voorhees without the mask on in this picture. It was like his face was all wonky and all over the place. I don't know what they did to him over there, but you get well, John Moxley. You know, till next Friday the 13th. We'll see you then. Any takes on this Samoan?
Oh, I love Jacob, but I'm sad. I mean, I've heard mixed things that whatever the original news about his injury is not that severe and that like he's not going to be out for that long, but I do like Jacob.
All right, here's another part Samoan. Half a Samoan, is Scott Steiner used to say, right? Nia Jax, what do you think about Nia Jax?
She's grown on me. I was not a fan for a long time, but I feel like she very clearly put in the work this time around. So,
can you make out what this picture is?
It's Raquel's face from her makeup on her stomach. I'm a fan.
I love this picture so much. When this happened, nobody seemed to have spoken about it for some reason.
Oh, I thought that was funny as I pointed it out while we were watching it. I was like, that is like Raquel's fucking face.
There's the Punisher skull on her, on her belly there. Fupa. Is that what we call him? I don't even know. How about this guy? All right, give us a quick take on this fellow here.
Oh, Jelly Roll?
You love his music?
No, I'm a metal and rock fan, so I only know his music because it was in the 2K game. But yeah, I would say as far as somebody who again put in some work and his wrestling wasn't terrible, right, for a celebrity kind of coming in. So I'm not like compelled, but I thought it was good. I saw his match live, so you know.
Who do you like better, Jelly Roll or Bad Bunny? If you had to have one all in your wrestling for the rest of your life.
Bad Bunny for sure.
Okay. He's going to be in the Super Bowl halftime too. Don't forget, everybody. I know they love it. All my football buddies are like, can't wait. And here's, how about this? Does this offend you?
No.
El Americano Grande and the Shawn Michaels pose.
The text offends me, but
all right. Well, I think we said it, almost all of it. We might have said it all. How about Becky Hogan? You said you like Becky Lynch, though. You like everybody in the WWE.
I was trying to think of somebody I don't like.
How about this? There we go. How about King Ricochet? He was WWE for life for a minute.
Yeah, once he had no filter on Twitter, I just was like, all right, I think I've muted him. He's annoying, so
damn.
Sorry.
Wow. What if it was a work though?
even if it is, what is it accomplishing, right? Like he's starting beef with people in a completely different company. Like you have a hot wife. Like get off Twitter.
Yeah, they seem to be doing just a little too much.
Yeah, to me, it's like a little bit too far, right? Like roll it back. If it was to people in AEW and it like led to a feud, right? Like and actually had, I think it's just him getting to be him now because he doesn't have the PR machine of WWE behind him. So like he's just kind of unfiltered now, and then he's like, oh yeah, it's part of my character. Is it?
And Rusev,
yeah, Rusev.
you
Yeah, I don't like
mentioned she
him.
doesn't like. I'm pretty sure I could come up with at least one or two more if I had to. Come on, give us some dislikes. Who are you thumbs down and at the shows?
Well, unfortunately, lately it's been Cody because he's against people I want to win. I'm on camera from when he faced Kevin Owens at Saturday Night's Main Event. I am like literally like I was second row right behind green shirt guy, and I am like visibly on camera booing the crap out of him. I felt bad.
Poor Cody Rhodes. It's all right. He's got his own boss, and he's also like Dr. Huge has fixed racism many times. You guys just keep breaking it out there, and then me and Cody Rhodes have to come, pick up all the pieces again, make all right in the world. Yep. Who do I not like in WWE? I don't even know really. I think I'm kind of everybody's cool. I think my beef is with creative. Yeah, like how you like I put this like this on this past show. I'm like, back in the Attitude Era, they were coming up with stuff. Hell in a Cell, Elimination Chambers, this, blah, 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 because they knew they were hot. Right now, all they're coming up with are just more shows. And that's diluting the product.
Yeah.
Making me watch it a lot less.
I do think with the Saturday Night's Main Event, like all of a sudden, and plus like NBC, right, is kind of picking those dates or at least giving them like set dates that they have to pick from. It's caused a lot of like disjointed and like issues with continuity because like all of a sudden you have a PLE, you have like 2 weeks to tell a story and then you're in the next PLE and then 2 weeks later is the next one. That's why I think they also like pushed out Money in the Bank for next year because this year it like all these PLEs like ran into each other and it was just very like
they're like stealing from everybody. That's how it's like, when's enough TKO? I get it, you're a business, but man, this WWE under Vince McMahon wasn't so bad, was it, folks? It really wasn't. It was kind of the shits in 2019 was like the worst year of wrestling ever. But other than that, you got some gems thrown at you here and there. The whole tribal chief stuff started with Vince. It's not like he didn't help create all that. So I don't know. I just think this version of what's happening right now, every week, for the most part, a lot of these shows, the SmackDowns, every other week, some of them are really good. Some of them are just blah. Again, which is better, but I think it's just the amount of wrestlers, the amount of shows. I mean, I can keep saying this all night, and they still won't fire anybody, I guess. They're just going to get rid of. I mean, they got Evolve, for crying out loud, on Wednesday nights. If you really want to go that far and watch that, it's like enough. You got like a AAA club for your AAA club, like NXT. I thought that was where they were gonna learn the wrestlers.
I think they realized that like they needed people who are more TV ready, like because it was getting. I don't want to say like it was getting scrutinized, but like, you get more eyes on the product and then you got someone who's pretty green and all of a sudden they're getting shit on and it's like deflates their confidence. So it's like push everyone to evolve, right? Like, so it's just kind of like, oh my God, like I get it. But yeah, it's a lot and it's like very oversaturated. And I don't want anyone to lose their job, but like also I want more. Like SmackDown was 3 hours for a bit and I feel like they just squander those 3 hours. Like
totally.
If they had what they have right now, like in those 3 hours, I think it would be like a banger of a show. But like they were struggling, and again, that was at the height of like all of these PLEs on top of each other. So it's just a little too much. I'll watch all of it, of course, but it is a lot.
And the ads too, just every other.
Oh yeah, well,
like in the between matches, like
we've got VPN, so we don't have to suffer as much.
Yeah, you get the international Netflix, so you don't. Yep. They pushing me out. They don't want me around anymore. Triple H, I know you watch. Tell everybody.
Hire me.
There. He's busy being a politician now. That's the word. So good luck with that, Trips. I mean, now he's like, I've had enough money. We got all the money in the world now. So now I'm looking for the control. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That story also came from Meltzer, so I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt.
I love those Meltzer stories.
Every time I see like one at the bottom, I'm like, okay, everything I just read, I'm gonna immediately expel from my brain because it's bullshit.
You and Bischoff like this.
Yeah.
You guys
best friend.
hate that Meltzer. Yep. Well, I think that does it for me. Got pretty much no more notes. Would you like to plug where you're at, where you're going to be? Got any merch? You're an affiliate, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I technically am, but you got to go through my link in my Twitter/X profile. It's not as glamorous as I thought, but
I tried
go buy all your merch there.
I sat there for like 20 minutes or so, hitting all the buttons and doing all the thing. And then right at the very end, they're like, click this last thing. I click it and it just gives me code. And I'm like, okay. So I guess I don't think I'm an affiliate. No, nobody would find it. I'm not putting a link out there. So
they would send you like 5,000 emails every day.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's great. But yeah, find me on Twitter. I'm Jess_saying, and get ready for a bunch of Tama Tonga posts.
Nice. And you got to come on again because,
Yes,
all these other ladies, they're so scared. They won't even reply. You replied. You said
I was at work and I replied.
So easy. I was just like, hey, would you like to come on the show? I'll give you the times. Yup, I could do this. Okay, we'll do that. Boom, done. Everybody else, I'm like, hey, Bill, same deal. And I just get crickets.
I'm a professional.
Bro, everybody go follow her. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Everybody else out there, I'm going to be back Thursday night with Dave Sarah, Dabbleverse Superstar, talking about all the crazy whack packers out over there and all that stuff. So check it out and get subscribing, Jess, and everybody out there. Get like and hit that like button, and we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.
Peace.